Hi everybody, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I am grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me and are continuing to give me on this YouTube journey. So hit the thumbs up to connect with this message. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know how these messages resonate with you. If you are not yet subscribed, please hit that describe. So whoever I'm talking to, you may have to be describing something or maybe feel the need to defend yourself. Subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell so that you know when I post videos. And go right ahead and share it with somebody who you think will resonate with it. All right. So this video is for the star sign of Aquarius for the month of February. So we're going to check in on a few things here for you, Aquarius. We're going to check in on the overall energies, and then we're going to check in on a little bit of love for you, because February is the month of love. And we are going to check in on your money, see what's happening monetary wise. And we will pull a crystal card to see what crystal that you need to carry with you this month. I usually do the moon reading separately. However, I am going to go over the moons in this video. We have a solar eclipse that's coming, I think it's February 17th, 18th, something like that, in your sign, Aquarius. A new moon solar eclipse. And then 2 weeks after that, we got a full moon lunar eclipse that will be happening in March. So the solar eclipses are about changes, drastic changes, letting go of things, the clearing out of energies. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm clearing my decks while I'm talking to you. So February in the year of 1 is a 3. So the overall energy for this month for everybody is being focused. So in the month of January, you planted them seeds, right? You mastered the lessons, you planted the seeds. In the month of February, it's about watering them seeds. It's about paying attention to them seeds. It's about nurturing them seeds, right? So we're going to go ahead and put that to the side. Let me put these back over here now that I got them all cleansed out for you. So this is the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle deck. It's kind of like where you're at on your journey kind of thing. So let's get an overall February energy check-in from the Wisdom of the Avalon for the star sign of Aquarius. I'm not putting any placements on the Aquarius reading. All right, please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Can we have one card only? Okay, so letting go. See the water at the top? There is your sign, Aquarius. Letting go, master number 44, and this card wanted to come out too. It's the hawk, omens and messages, 11. So you could be seeing 1144. The hawk brings in messages, but also talks about the hawk's eye, because the hawk flies clean up in the clouds, but they're able to see the smallest little predator down on ground. Okay, so for some of you, this is about letting go of praying on the smallest, minutest, and I'm not praying is you're down on your hands and knees and got your hands together. I'm talking about praise as in prey predator. All right. On the bottom of the deck, we have Merlin, alchemy, justice, and balance. So to me, the Merlin energy talks about magic. I don't know why when I think about that. I think that card is really cute. See the little dragon at the bottom? All right, so we have this sacred journey marker. So you're at a particular marker on your journey where it's time to let go and be more in the flow. Time to get near maybe some water, maybe taking a salt bath, right? Because this is like a PowerPoint or a outline. Like this is the outline of the next chapter of your life. And this is an animal guide that is with you, flying above you, watching over you. All right. So you could be seeing some sort of signs and synchronicity, some sort of omens at this time in the month of February. I think it's cool. You got 1144, and then this card is a 1. So 111 adds up to that 3. All right. We're going to put these to the side. And we're going to read Letting Go. I'm digging out cards that I haven't really used for a while. So this is one deck. I've had it. Wish I had a lot of my other decks too. All right, so Aquarius, letting go. Releasing attachments, expectations, and desires yet unfulfilled. These are some of the aspects of this card. When you receive this marker on your path, you're required to relinquish control and allow the mystery to act as she will, to weave life together as it is meant to be, according to the law of the cosmos. And it's number 91, page 91, 92, which could be talking about the year, or it could be talking about 10, 11. So you could be getting some sort of a download. You cannot force something to come or to remain. If its true place is elsewhere, remember that what is yours can never be taken away. Allowing is the key to this marker, and for what is yours will come to you. The same applies to the past. This is a time to let go of old hurts, resentments, and unresolved anger, for they're no longer welcome burdens on the path ahead. Old and outmoded ideas about life, how you see others, who you are based on who you were. These must also be left behind. Then you can move forward unencumbered, stepping into the magic of the new present that leads into the best possible outcome. So yeah, stop praying, right? Stop praying due to old hurts, resentments, or unresolved anger, things that have made you angry that you're resenting, judgment even, because this would add up to a 55. When the hawk appears, expect a message to be delivered to you to aid you in your quest. Perhaps a telephone call from a friend will help you solve a mystery, or a chance meeting with someone may solve a riddle. You may literally see writing on the wall or overhear a conversation between strangers that reveals your own answer unexpectedly. You will know it when it happens. Be open to the messages from others and be aware of omens and signs in nature. Look, this card is all about look in nature. The world is constantly attempting to communicate with us, but we human beings have forgotten how to listen. So remember who you are in an intrinsic part of the great mystery of life. Listen and learn. This is the gift of the hawk as he soars into your life from the Avalon skies. Number 24, 25 could be significant. 24 is a 6, 25 is a 7. You put them two together and you get laying things to rest by letting go and being in the flow. Opening up to the divine messages, the divine signs, the divine synchronicity, such as 1144, 111, 1111, 555. Okay? All right, so, and it could have something to do with a partnership and how you're looking at it. With the Merlin card, because Merlin to me is magic. All right, so that is an opening message. So what's the energy that Aquarius is carrying in the month of February? What is the energy that the Aquariuses are carrying in the month of energy? In the month of energy. In the month of energy. In the month of February is what I meant to say. I apologize for that. I'm not perfect and I'm not trying to be. All right. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle these up. What is the energy that Aquarius is carrying with them in the month of February? Impatientness. Number 16. Somebody is very impatient when it comes to divine timing. On the bottom of the deck, we have Healer of the Ages. Something needs to be healed. When one door closes, other doors open. So there is possibilities here, right? But you need to let go and heal any resentment, anger, anything from the past that no longer serves you. All right, so yep, that's what I see. We're going to put this deck right here. So we're going to pull 4 tarot cards. I have not had this deck out in years. This is one of, it's not my first tarot deck. I already passed that down to an undeserving individual who allowed her dog to eat him. Yeah. But this deck has my blood on it, so it's definitely blood tied to myself. I've had this deck for, I don't even know. I would say probably at least 8 years. Alrighty, Spirit. So we're going to pull 4 cards, one for each week, pertaining to the month of February for Aquariuses. This is, it's called the Crystal Tarot, and I brought it out because it also has crystals on it, and we're going to pull a crystal card at the end of your reading. So we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who's very cocky, very arrogant, very self-centered, somebody who's there for the good time, not the long time, somebody who's very impatient, somebody who wants things their way only. You know, in reverse, it's just not a good thing. So that's the first week. That's that impatientness energy. So the Knight of Wands, see what crystal is with it. Kyanite, and that's what this is, kyanite, and it rules the throat chakra, which would make perfect sense with the messages coming through. So you're being asked not to fly quickly, be patient, be still. But you're in this energy of hindering things, right? Allowing some sort of emotion to hinder things. I'm going to leave this here. I'm just going to put it over here. All right. So the first week of February, you need to let go of this impatientness because it's a wasted emotion. Be more in the flow by letting go of resentment, anger, feeling things aren't going your way. They're not coming in the way that you want them. You need to release the outcome and be more in the flow, Aquarius. And I feel like you're seeing that sign. You're seeing it. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you've been praying a lot, maybe on your knees with your hands together, praying for something to come in. All right, so let's pull another card here. with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups in reverse talks about letting go of the drama, right? Letting go of this wasted emotion. It also talks about regret, right? It talks, with it in reverse, it talks about healing something. So the Five of Cups, to me it looks like orange calcite. But we're going to make sure here. Yep, it is calcite. It is also for the throat chakra. It's orange calcite. It just says calcite on it. So you could be seeing 555 because this is a 5 and 1144 adds up to a 5. 555 with the overlay of a 7, talking about patience is required in something that you are trying to manifest. Pay attention to the signs, right? Pay attention to the signs. All right, so the Five of Cups in reverse talks about letting go of that anger, letting go of that wasted emotion, letting go of that worry, right? Letting go of that regret, letting go of crying over spilled milk, over unresolved some sort of anger. Just letting go of this emotion in general, letting go of the poisonous cups that you are drinking out of. And I feel like forgiveness is required. So I feel like the second week of February, that is exactly what you're going to be doing. I feel like we got two cards of communication with the hawk energy. So there could be a sitting down and having a heart-to-heart conversation about where you want to go, what you want to do, something like that. Letting go of being impatient, and trusting more in divine timing, trusting more in where you're being guided. To me, this represents the Temperance card, so some healing definitely needs to take place because something is out of balance here. Something isn't quite right. And what you are actually doing in this this wasted emotion is actually blocking your manifestation. It is blocking your true divine timing here, Aquarius. Yeah, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. So you have a lot of fire energy coming through here. And to me, that looks like, again, another calcite crystal. So the Two of Wands in reverse, 25, is another 7. So 777 could be significant. 555 could be significant. Yeah, so the Two of Wands in reverse talks about the choices that we make. This could be talking about walking away from a partnership, perhaps a business partnership, business lover, family, friend, because you can see that this knight is going in the opposite direction. He's going backwards, right? He's not going forward. So somebody may not want to go forward with a particular relationship for some of you. Let me see what this crystal is with the Two of Wands. Carnelian. It's for the sacral chakra, which makes perfect sense with the cups energy. So you're definitely hanging on. This emotion is actually weighing down your sacral chakra, which is about being in the flow of your intuition, being in the flow of what you want to create, right? So the sacral chakra is where we birth things from. The sacral chakra is also the divine feminine chakra. So the third week of February, I feel like maybe two people are going to separate, or maybe you're just going to separate yourself from the drama. Separate yourself from this resentment that you're hanging on to in the sacral chakra. Because what you're doing is you're storing that emotion in that sacral chakra instead of dealing with it. Letting go of being in relationships, being played in relationships, being hurt in relationships, letting go of playing the victim in relationships. I feel like Spirit is telling you, Aquarius, it's your choice. the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The whole deck is not in reverse. I'll show you the bottom here. You have the Strength card. You're stronger than what you think. You have a very strong willpower, Aquarius. Yeah. Then underneath that is the Magician. Somebody is receiving karma for hanging on to something and not letting go. High Priestess. So again, you're coming through with a Pisces here. So there could be a Pisces that does not want to let go of you. And they could be receiving karma. We have the Strength card, Major Arcana. The Magician card, Major Arcana. Judgment card, Major Arcana. The Four of Pentacles, which is a Minor Arcana. Then you have the Death card, which is a Major Arcana. The High Priestess, which is a Major Arcana. The Wheel of Fortune is a Major Arcana. So this is a very key point on your journey that you have marked on your soul's journey. PowerPoint, outline, right? Now, for those of you who don't know what an outline is, it's the same thing as a PowerPoint. You're sitting down. Before you come down here on earth, you sit down with your spirit team. You map out your soul's journey. You put the first key moment on your life. This is what I want to experience at this time frame. Then you put the title, right? The key moment, and then the title of the paragraph in which you are writing. And then you start off writing that story. Then you move on to the next key point in your life. So your soul, right? This is a key marker on your journey, a very important time frame that you marked on your journey to receive these messages. So the Ten of Pentacles in reverse talks about illnesses, health illnesses, something about 10 years ago. Something could have been taken from you. Somebody could maybe broke or not have enough money saved. Somebody, again, could have some sort of an illness here. Somebody could be sick. Something could have been stolen here. So the Ten of Pentacles. I'm looking for the crystal on this card. Rainbow Obsidian, which rules the solar plexus. So what I think is very interesting is you have two crystals back to back, sacral and solar plexus. Something is definitely out of balance here with both of these. So this emotion that you are carrying, this resentment, this unresolved anger, is actually disrupting your power. I feel like you and another person are having some sort of a disagreement with the Two of Wands here, some sort of disagreement over money. Maybe somebody feels broke. Maybe you lent somebody money and they don't want to pay it back. And it's affecting some sort of a partnership. And you may be considering, okay, well, you know, something is out of balance or something needs to be healed. And it is this emotion, somebody being angry over this partnership. Feeling played, right? Feeling played with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Feeling played. And somebody could be conflicted as to whether or not they want to let this relationship go. So your willpower is very strong, whether you realize it or not. Your intuition is very, very strong. You're stronger than what you realize here. And your spirit is saying you have the power to speak your truth because you already have everything you need within yourself. That somebody's getting karma. I feel like this is your karma, Aquarius, for hanging on to past anger about a relationship. and not letting it go, not wanting to let this go. This person is this high priestess here. This could be a Pisces, somebody who is very intuitive, very psychic, somebody who maybe knows some sort of a little secret of yours. Yeah, this is a karmic person. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. This talks about an unfortunate event, some sort of a delay, some sort of a holdup. Karma. Somebody is getting karma, especially with the Judgment card in reverse. Somebody is getting their karma. This is your karma for some of you out there. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some signs card. What are some signs that you are seeing? We're going to clarify each card here. This also could be something about leaving a marriage with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This person may want to get married and you're like, nah, I don't think so. This definitely could be a karmic partner. Alrighty, Aquarians. Shuffle these up a little bit. For Aquarians, what signs are you showing Aquarians in this month of February? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. So the first card, Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, autumn, harvest, and midnight. And there's that sacral chakra. Hanging on to that emotion, being angry for feeling played, is being stored in that sacral chakra. This also reminds me of a Cinderella story, right? You're my knight in shining armor. Somebody definitely feels played in a partnership. Somebody feels like they got used for money. All right, so the 5 of Cups for the second week of February. Yeah, forgiveness, reconciliation, unconditional love. So this talks about finding forgiveness, right? Finding forgiveness for this person. The 2 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, spirit of communication, love letter, email, text, or phone call. So there could be some sort of definite communication coming through, and that's what the Hawk talks about. Some sort of call, some sort of text message, some sort of an email. So you two, with it in reverse, maybe you're deciding not to message this person anymore or communicate with this person anymore, or maybe what you're doing is you're sitting down and you're having this heart-to-heart conversation with somebody, telling them that you don't want to be a partner with them no more, that you feel used. Now you're broke. Now you know you don't want to get married, right? You feel played. I forgive you, but I don't want to be with you. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this person's a snake. A sneaky snake. On the bottom of the deck, doing spells. Why? Because they're very intuitive. They're very psychic. Again, there's that child energy coming through here. Somebody could have been very immature. Look, a witch. I'm telling you that psychic high priestess energy. Some of you could have had a love spell casted on you. A temporary love spell casted on you. And now you are going through an awakening and you are realizing this person's agenda. Right? They were very immature, very childish, abusing perhaps their magic. Somebody is very psychic. Okay? That's that high priestess energy, and they're getting their karma, or you're getting your karma for perhaps teaming up with this person. So for some of you, I absolutely do feel some sort of a love spell is breaking on you. And you are questioning this person. Why did you get with me? I am broke. Did you just use me for money? Why do I feel played? Yeah, you definitely have a sneaky sneak in your energy. And that's because this person is not healed. So you could be seeing the signs or getting some sort of omens about this, that it is time to let it go. Don't be angry. Find forgiveness and let it go. Let go of the feeling of being played by this individual, because that's exactly what they did. They used some sort of a magic spell on you to make themselves look innocent. To make themselves look innocent. And this is a temporary spell that has broken. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and put these to the side. Let's see what's happening for love for Aquarians. So I do see your pinch and pennies when it comes to money this week, this month, because I feel like you're like living paycheck to paycheck here. You could have also paid somebody to do this. Is something else that I'm getting, and you could be receiving karma. February, love for Aquarius, please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Yep, you're going to go in a new direction. You're choosing to walk off and go in a new direction. Because why? Because you've seen the light. You've seen the light of this person's intentions. That you feel played. You feel played and used just for money. And when the money ran out, you've seen this person's true intentions. Yeah. And now you're not settling for less than what you deserve. This person wanted you to settle. They wanted you to settle for less than you deserved. That's that love spell. And then look this in reverse. They wanted you to remain unfocused. They didn't really want you to see the storm that they were creating in your life. So there could be like some blowout conversation here. Yep, in divine timing. And that's what this energy holds. That's what you're holding on to here. That's the energy you're carrying. Divine timing. So I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you lost your patience with this person. You knew that they were a sneaky snake in your life. You're waking up out of that love spell, right? For some of you, you could be also sneaking around with a Pisces individual. Third party. What did I just say? Sneaking around with that Pisces individual. But you are at a crossroads here. The choice is yours. You're seeing the signs. You're seeing the omens. You are at a crossroads. You are at a turning point in your life. Why? Because there is a cycle completing. And you are ready to take the next step. Something about mirroring to a person. You were mirroring something to a person. Maybe that they were not your actual tribe. See, this card is in reverse. That's what they're doing. Mirroring something back to you. That you're not part of their tribe. Causing division. Perhaps with you and another person. Yeah, wanting you to take the fall for it. So we have a pumpkin coming through again. Something could have happened last fall, or something is going to happen in this fall. Taking action to purge this wasted emotion. Let go of anger, resentment. Yeah, regret. Divine feminine. Karmic soulmate. So you need to forgive this person. You need to find forgiveness. See how she's praying? Because this was a lesson. That's why you're seeing the omens. So you may have, this could have been somebody who is took you for granted, maybe did not value the relationship. All right, so only was there when you had the money, and when you ran out of money, they ran out. Something about that. Maybe something to do with a business partnership, Aquarius. The Two of Wands often represents a business partnership. All right, so what are the crows warning Aquarius about this month? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah, power and strength. The crows are warning you. You have the strength. You have everything you need within you. Right? To tame that inner beast. Also to restrain yourself. This person did not want you to focus on making money or building money. They did not want you to focus on... this could be somebody who, with the Two of Wands in reverse, decided not to move forward with a business partnership. There's definitely communication coming in. Perhaps from a Leo. Leo rules the 5th house of drama. Childlike spirit. It rules the heart space. So there could be some drama. This person could be a drama queen or king. They're under judgment. All right. Yeah, with death comes wisdom. So something needs to end. And you need to see something from a higher perspective. What has not killed you has only made you stronger. Right? So you could be going through an ego death here. You can never forget the past unless you face up to it. So yeah, you have to face these wounds. It is time, Aquarius. It is time for you to face these wounds. This resentment, this anger. It is time to face it. Lay it to rest. Look at it as, like, what do I have to learn from this situation? Yeah, this person was a sneaky snake. They may have used you for money, right? They were only in it for the money. Girls just want to have fun. That's all they wanted to do, was just have fun. There for the good time, not the long time. Right? So the crows are warning you about that. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. You are worthy of love. So what you need to do is just enjoy the small things, because this is how change happens. One person, one moment at a time. Right? Somebody wanting you. You think that that is weird. And that landed on the 5 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Right? You knew something was weird. You knew something wasn't right. You felt it. Okay. Alrighty, so that is what I see for you. The crows are telling you, they're warning you to lay the situation to rest. It is time to go in a new direction. Don't store this emotion in your sacral chakra. Don't. Because what will happen is if you store it, then here comes that trigger, and then the poof, everything just explodes. This person was a predator. They were preying on you, not preying as down on their hands and knees, preying on you as a predator preys on the victim. This person could have been playing a victim too, is something else that I'm getting. Only there for the money. And when the money ran out, so did they. So you need to forgive yourself for settling for less than what you deserve. This person did not want you to focus on building your money up. They didn't want you to focus on your prosperity. So when the time comes, this sneaky snake is going to be exposed. With death comes wisdom. You're going to cut the snake's head off. You're going to see the wisdom through the wound. When the time is right. Because that patience card is in reverse. Somebody is losing their patience. There's a trigger coming through here. All right, give me a crystal. Give me a crystal, please, and thank you, Holy Spirit, for Aquarius. Yeah, somebody was a fox. Sneaky snake, fox. Sly, cunning. Spirit of fox, help me remain silent and observant of my surroundings in order to make the right decision at the right time. Tangerine, aura, quartz. Camouflage, observant, and playful. Yeah, so they were definitely coming in with a spell, camouflaging the sneaky snake energy. Why? Because they did not want you to see something. Tangerine or a quartz, which would go with your sacral and solar plexus. Now we have the bear, apophyllite, earth energies, introspection, and dream work. Spirit of bear, teach me the art of introspection so that I may discover my true self. Thank you, Aho. So this person was camouflaging their true self, and their true self was a sneaky snake. They were only there for the money. And that's the reason for the entanglement. See how that snake is all wrapped up within itself? Like it was all about them, right? It was never about you. It was never about the partnership. It was all about them. That's that cocky, arrogant, self-centered individual here. All right, so pay attention to your dreams. You could be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities about this. All right, so thank you for watching, Aquarius.